Hi, I'm Taanvi and I'm a clinical psychologist working for the NHS. Clinical psychologists support people who are struggling with mental health difficulties. So that could be low mood or traumatic experiences, or people who are facing challenges with neurodevelopmental disorders such as ADHD or autism. So I work in a prison environment where I support young men who have offended. I also support staff who are working with them to help them understand what's going on for the person who's struggling. Most of my days are pretty much the same, so a mixture of meetings with other staff and sessions with clients. Then in the afternoon, I might have some meetings with prison officers, thinking about some of the young men who struggle the most and thinking about better ways of supporting them or different ways of managing things. The best thing about my job is also the reason I decided to do it. You can really feel like you're making a difference to people's lives. I've got personal experience of family who've had mental health difficulties, and so that motivates me even more. Prisons can be a really scary place for people to come to, so it's nice for them to feel like I can be there as someone who can show them that I care or help them feel heard. Working alongside other caring individuals as part of a team in the NHS can also be really rewarding. Sometimes things can happen that I don't agree with, and you can feel like you're the only one in the system advocating for prisoners' care and their mental health. The people who end up in prison have often had really difficult lives, so hearing about that day to day can be tough. But having a good self-care routine is important. Once I get home, it feels more possible to park things. Then I can do things that I enjoy, such as spending time with my partner and my family. My school didn't offer psychology as a subject, but I'd enjoyed learning about the brain in biology. So when I applied to uni, I decided to study psychology and linguistics. I particularly enjoyed my dissertation, which was looking at the ideas of good and bad and how they're perceived in different languages. I remember that bringing the idea to life, recruiting people, analysing the data, and bringing the project to a point where I had results, that felt really rewarding. I've always worked in psychology. Before my master's, I emailed some hospitals to find out if they had any placements, and I ended up doing 3 weeks work experience on a hospital ward for men who had serious mental health difficulties and also had offended. That was quite an eye-opening experience for me, so given the privileges that I had, I wanted to use the education and experience that I'd gained to support people who hadn't been as lucky as me. What I've learned is that the route to become a clinical psychologist is very rewarding, but it's also very competitive, so the more experience you can get earlier on, the better. Once you get to university, keep an eye out for a position in a lab or a research assistant role. Your life experience and work experience along the way will help you in the end.